Does anyone notice a pink coloration now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just to check that out. Okay. This one I fondly call elephant toothpaste. It's one of my most favorite and most famous demonstrations. Now this one, if you look on your sheet there, this one is actually a demonstration of the very last one under decomposition, the hydrogen peroxide decomposition. Now you guys probably have bought this hydrogen peroxide. You might have this in your home, correct? What's it used for? Why do you have it? Disinfecting cuts, right? What happens when you put it on a cut? It stings, it burns, but it also does what? It bubbles. What are those bubbles? Well, if you look at your sheet, you can see that the bubbles are oxygen. And pure oxygen is not only deadly to peeps, it's also deadly to bacteria. All right, so it kills the bacteria. And what actually, you might not realize this, but there's an enzyme in your blood called catalase that when this stuff gets on your blood, it decomposes it into the water and oxygen. Okay, so you can decompose this with all kinds of different things. Blood. If we had blood, we could pour blood in here and it would decompose. It would start fizzing and bubbling and carry on. Now we're not going to do that because that's just nasty. But yeah, no one's volunteering their blood for this demo, right? No, that's okay. And then another thing I've seen it used is potatoes have this enzyme in them too. And if you take potato slices and throw them there, it'll fizz. But we wanted something a little more dramatic. So, why is this in a brown bottle? Because light will cause it to decompose. Okay, so that's why we. All right, so this stuff, by the way, this is 3% hydrogen peroxide. That's all you can really purchase over the counter. Chemical supply places, you can get this stuff. This is 30%. If you tried to buy this, the terrorist people would come and ask you why, because you can make a bomb out of this stuff. Okay? 30% hydrogen peroxide. It's 10 times stronger than this. So we definitely want to be careful with it, but I'm going to pour some into this graduated cylinder. Okay? And we're going to decompose it using a catalyst. So I'll pour some in. We've got to give this some respect, because if this gets on you, it'll start to decompose and it burns you because it's that strong. Okay, so by the way, you notice the bottle it's in? The accordion-shaped bottle? Anyone have an idea why it's in that kind of bottle?
So it doesn't decompose. It helps to, it has more surface area to keep the light out.
No. If it were to decompose, what would happen? It'd give off oxygen. What would happen inside the bottle?
It'd be flammable.
It'd expand.
It'd expand. The pressure would build up, and so this thing would just grow.
Oh, cool.
It would just, instead of blowing up and just like making a bomb, it would literally just expand. That's why it's in the accordion-shaped bottle. Okay. Now, so what we need to do is we're going to make it like a toothpaste-like thing. So first of all, what we're going to do is pour some detergent in there. Okay. Because toothpaste foams, you know. And elephants like colored toothpaste. I've talked to a few of my elephant friends, and they've assured me that even though they can't see color, they like blue. Which makes absolutely no sense at all, because if you didn't see color, you wouldn't even know what blue is. So anyway, there it is. Beautiful, isn't it? All right, so it's all set. Now I just need to put in a catalyst. Now one of my students last semester, Drew Belknap. Anybody heard of Drew Belknap?
Yes, we know Drew.
Right. Drew was so captivated by this reaction that he decided he would do a science fair project based on this. And he won first prize and lots of money.
Really?
Yeah.
I like money.
Well, so did Drew. He now has some because of his scientific research. All right? So what we do here is we use a solution of potassium iodide as our catalyst. And you might see the rate of reaction increase a little bit. Now, you guys that are close should step back. It's decomposing right now, but it's not fast enough for us, is it? All right.
speed it up.
And make it explode.
Okay, you ready? Here we go.
3.
All right, see if you see an increase in the rate of reaction. Now, I hope no one asks me that question that someone always asks me. Is that hot? As they watch all this, the cloud of steam rising from it. The answer is, of course, yes, it is hot. How is it so hot it'll burn you? No, you can touch it. But you might get some iodine on you, so you want to wash your hands straight away. If you were to touch it...
Can you brush your teeth with that?
Only if you're an elephant.
Oh.
You get a great big brush. I'm not sure why it was ever called elephant toothpaste, but that's what it is.
That's cool.
Do it again.
Now,
Yeah,
do it again. You gotta put it in a tube full of...
We'll get a whole bucket.
All right, well, I'll do it on a smaller scale, because I've been wondering...
Bigger scale.
I wonder what this would do.
Big scale.
No. You got to realize, guys, that we're talking about a reasonably expensive chemical here. This stuff, they don't just give this away. So I'll go ahead. I'll do it on a smaller scale for you. We'll change the color.
Really red.
Red, you say? Okay.
I think elephants like yellow.
Elephants like yellow. Have you spoken to these elephants?
Red is
We'll see what happens.
She's not an elephant. She's a person.
Don't bother trying that with 3%. You'll be disappointed.
So how did we...
Well, you can only buy it through chemical supply places, and they send it to schools, not to, you know...
Zach Davies.
Oh, he didn't use that 30%. He used this. In fact, this is where that came from. Drew left that with me. Little present.
Yeah, I thought you said it.
It doesn't work as nicely. It works, but it just kind of fizzes. It doesn't give off this, you know...
Like color. Make it red.
I wouldn't want to make the elephants angry.
do you know that?
The elephants get angry, that could be trouble. When do you know, how do you know, here's an old joke, how do you know when an elephant's about to charge?
When you steal their peanuts.
No, when he pulls out a Visa card.
I got it.
Just kidding. You don't get it?
No, it was neat.
It was bad, yeah.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. It's hot. All right. So there you go. You got 2.
Yeah,
Consider yourselves fortunate. All right. Okay, guys. Let's go up and we'll watch my movie.